What's good, Raider Nation? It's your boy, the ultimate silver and black fanatic, bringing you the hottest Las Vegas Raiders news straight from the heart of the desert. Buckle up because the 2025 training camp is underway, and the vibes are electric. Our defense, led by the relentless Max Crosby, is making waves, and we've got a blockbuster addition in Jamal Adams that's got everyone buzzing. Can this squad take us back to the playoffs? Let's dive into the fire and find out. Max Crosby, our fearless defensive end, is the heartbeat of this Raiders defense. This dude's a two-time All-Pro, a sack machine, and the kind of leader who sets the tone for the entire team. During the first week of training camp at the Intermountain Health Performance Center, Max was out there hyping up his new teammate, safety Jamal Adams, calling him dynamic and a game changer. According to posts on X, Crosby said, "He's got the right type of energy. I think he's going to help us." That's high praise from a guy who's been the face of the franchise for years. But can Adams, a three-time Pro Bowler, live up to the hype after battling injuries in recent seasons? That's the million-dollar question, Raider Nation. Jamal Adams isn't just any free agent pickup. This guy was the 6th overall pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, and at his peak with the Seattle Seahawks under Pete Carroll, was arguably the best safety in the league. We're talking 21.5 career sacks, 500 tackles, and a knack for blowing up plays in the backfield. The Raiders signed him just before training camp kicked off on July 22nd, 2025, reuniting him with Coach Carroll, who knows exactly how to unleash his potential. But here's the twist. Adams might not just play safety. Reports from ESPN and posts on X suggest he's working with the linebackers, potentially as a hybrid blitzer or box player. Imagine Adams flying around, causing chaos alongside Crosby. How unstoppable would that be? So what's the big picture here? The Raiders' defense is undergoing a transformation, and training camp is where it all starts to take shape. With Crosby leading the charge and Adams bringing that explosive energy, the silver and black are building something special. But can they gel in time to dominate the AFC West? What do you think, Raider Nation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Will Adams be the key to unlocking this defense? Smash that like button, subscribe, and share this with your fellow Raiders fans. Let's keep the hype train rolling. Yo, Raider Nation, what's poppin'? Your go-to source for Las Vegas Raiders news is back, and we're diving deeper into the defensive shakeup that's got us all fired up for 2025. The training camp vibes are unreal, and with Max Crosby hyping up Jamal Adams, we've got another name to watch, Jeremy Chinn. These two are set to redefine our secondary, but how will they fit together? Let's break it down and see if this duo can lead us to the promised land. Jeremy Chinn, a 6'3", 220-pound beast, joined the Raiders this offseason as a free agent from the Washington Commanders, where he balled out in the playoffs with an interception and 17 solo tackles. According to Raiders.com, Chinn's size and speed make him a perfect fit for Pete Carroll's vision of a physical secondary. During OTAs and minicamp, he was locking down the first-team safety spot alongside Isaiah Pola-Mao, showing off his ability to break up passes against stars like Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers. But now, with Jamal Adams in the mix, the Raiders have a chessboard full of playmakers. How's Coach Carroll going to deploy these weapons? Here's where it gets juicy. Adams and Chinn could form a dynamic duo that gives offensive coordinators nightmares. While Chinn's been seen playing closer to the line of scrimmage, Adams' versatility, highlighted by his 42 career passes defensed and 7 forced fumbles, means he could slide into a hybrid role, maybe even as an inside linebacker per recent posts on X. This flexibility is huge for defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, who loves moving pieces around to confuse opponents. Picture this. Chinn and Adams blitzing from different angles while Crosby collapses the pocket. That's the kind of chaos that could turn games in our favor. But here's the cliffhanger. Can Adams shake off his injury history and return to All-Pro form? And will Chinn's playoff experience translate to a Raiders defense looking to make a leap? The early signs from training camp are promising, with reports from Raiders.com noting a strong defensive showing led by Crosby and Lonnie Johnson Jr. on day 2. Raider Nation, what's your take? Can Chinn and Adams make our secondary elite? Hit the comments, like this video, and subscribe to stay locked in for all the Las Vegas Raiders news. Share this with your crew, and let's get ready for a wild season. What's up, Raider Nation? Your Silver and Black Insider is here with the latest Las Vegas Raiders news. And let me tell you, the energy around this team is off the charts. Head coach Pete Carroll is stepping into the spotlight, and he's not holding back. He's talking big, saying the Raiders are going to win a bunch in 2025 and maybe even punch a ticket to the playoffs. Let's unpack this bold vision and see how the Silver and Black are gearing up to make it happen. Pete Carroll, a Super Bowl champ with the Seattle Seahawks, is no stranger to turning teams around. According to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, he's setting the bar sky high, saying, "My expectations are about as high as they can get. There's no limit. We're going for it." That's the kind of fire we need in Vegas. Carroll's bringing a winning culture to a Raiders team that went 4-13 last season, and training camp is where it all starts. With new GM John Spytek and minority owner Tom Brady in the mix, the front office is all in on making this franchise a contender again. The defense is a huge part of Carroll's plan, and Max Crosby is the cornerstone. With 88 career sacks and a relentless motor, Crosby's the guy who sets the tone, as seen in his leadership during training camp practices at the Intermountain Health Performance Center. But the loss of Christian Wilkins, released on July 24th due to a foot injury dispute, is a gut punch. Per Heavy.com, this leaves a hole in the defensive line, putting pressure on players like Adam Butler and Leki Fotu to step up. Carroll's banking on young talents like Jonah Laulu and JJ Pegues to fill the void. But can they rise to the occasion? Here's the kicker. Carroll's not just talking playoffs. He's building a squad to compete in the brutal AFC West, where Andy Reid, Sean Payton, and Jim Harbaugh are all coming off postseason runs. With additions like Jamal Adams, Jeremy Chin, and rookie cornerback Darian Porter, the Raiders' defense is loaded with potential. Raider Nation, do you believe Carroll can lead us back to the playoffs? Drop your predictions in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more Las Vegas Raiders news. Share this with every Raiders fan you know. Let's get the nation hyped. Yo, Raider Nation, it's time to get loud. Your go-to for Las Vegas Raiders news is back, and we're diving into the heart of training camp 2025, where the battles are heating up and the dream of a playoff run is alive. From Max Crosby's leadership to Jamal Adams' dynamic potential and Pete Carroll's bold predictions, the Silver and Black are making moves. But what's really going down at the Intermountain Health Performance Center? Let's break it down and see how this team is shaping up. Training camp is where legends are made, and the Raiders are leaving it all on the field. According to Raiders.com, Day 2 of camp saw the defense, led by Crosby and Lonnie Johnson Jr., dominate practice, setting a tone of intensity. Jamal Adams, despite not being at full speed yet, was out there getting reps with the linebackers, hinting at a versatile role that could see him blitzing or covering tight ends. Meanwhile, Jeremy Chin's physicality is shining through, with reports noting his past breakups against top targets. This secondary is stacked with talent, but the competition for starting spots is fierce. Who's going to emerge as the difference maker? The loss of Christian Wilkins is a major storyline, no doubt. The former Dolphin star was expected to pair with Crosby for a lethal defensive front, but his release, reported by NFL.com, means young guys like Jonah Laulu, Tonka Hemingway, and JJ Pegues have a golden opportunity. Pete Carroll's coaching tree, praised by former players like Frosty Rucker, is all about maximizing talent, and he's already raving about rookies like Darian Porter, a fourth-round pick with 4.3 speed. With veterans like Landon Roberts and Jermaine Pratt bolstering the linebacker core, this defense has the pieces to be special. But can they put it all together in time for the season opener? Here's the deal, Raider Nation. The Raiders haven't made the playoffs since 2021, but Carroll's got us believing 2025 could be different. With a tough schedule ahead, including clashes with the Chiefs, Broncos, and Chargers, every rep in training camp counts. What's your vibe on this squad? Can Crosby, Adams, and Chin lead us to the postseason? Sound off in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe to stay locked in for all things Las Vegas Raiders. Share this video with your Raider fam. Let's build the hype for a silver and black takeover. What's good, Raider Nation? Your silver and black hype man is back with the freshest Las Vegas Raiders news. And we're talking about the big picture. How this team's going to shock the NFL in 2025. Max Crosby's calling out Jamal Adams as a game changer. Jeremy Chinn's bringing playoff swagger, and Pete Carroll's got his eyes on the postseason. Training camp is setting the stage. Let's dive into what it'll take for the Raiders to make a playoff run. Max Crosby isn't just a player. He's a force of nature. With 88 career sacks and a work ethic that's earned praise from Patrick Mahomes himself, Crosby's the engine driving this defense. His comments about Jamal Adams, per Athlon Sports, show he's all in on this team's potential. Adams, with his history of game-wrecking plays under Carroll in Seattle, could be the spark the Raiders need. But it's not just about star power. Training camp reports from Raiders.com highlight a cohesive unit, with players like Lonnie Johnson Jr. and rookie Darian Porter stepping up. This defense is hungry, but can they overcome the loss of Christian Wilkins and dominate the AFC? Jeremy Chinn's addition is a game-changer in its own right. His playoff experience with the Commanders, where he racked up an interception and 17 tackles, brings a veteran presence to a young secondary. Raiders.com notes that Chinn's been a standout in camp, using his 6-foot 3 frame to disrupt passes. Pair him with Adams' versatility and Isaiah Polamau's steady play, and you got a secondary that could shut down elite passing attacks. But here's the catch. The AFC West is a gauntlet, with Mahomes, Herbert, and Wilson waiting. Can our boys in silver and black rise to the challenge? Pete Carroll's vision is what ties it all together. His no-limits mentality, as quoted on Raiders.com, is infectious, and players like Crosby and Chinn are buying in. With a schedule that includes tough matchups against the Seahawks, 49ers, and Cardinals in the preseason, per Raiders.com, training camp is the proving ground. Raider Nation, this is our moment. Are you feeling the playoff vibes? Drop your bold predictions in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe for more Las Vegas Raiders news. Share this with every Raiders fan you know. Let's get ready to raid the playoffs in 2025.